Well, hello there, and greetings from high above the clouds of Korea. This is the $3 tour of Korea, which, by the way, if you do go there, you cannot bring wiretapping devices. I was able to go to Seoul for about 4 or 5 days, and I was pretty busy, but not busy enough to shoot a short video. I was lucky enough to have a pretty nice hotel in Korea, just on the other side of the main part of the city, near, well, where you've probably heard of Gundam Style before. I was near that area.
Beautiful view of Seoul. There's the river. I'm in Seoul, everybody. Got soul, but I'm not a soldier.
When I first got there, I had to have some authentic bibimbap, which was very good, but others had a lot better looking bibimbap. This is the bus station that surrounded my area, and this is the guy who wants your number.
2468. Who do we appreciate?
Next to my hotel, there was a beautiful walking path that gave me a very good expectation of Korean urban life. I've noticed that there's a lot of grays in this country, but I was able to meet a local Korean who told me how safe it was in Korea and was very kind enough to show me this amazing bridge. And if you really want something American, you can have a kimchi burrito at Taco Bell. And while you're walking, don't get distracted. But if you are, just look down and it'll tell you if it's time to go or time to stop. This is a famous island that's controlled by Korea, not any other country. And if there's an emergency in the subway, which this is the subway, you could take one of those and protect yourself. Also in the subway, there's just a giant fountain. Yes, this is the fountain from Italy, but of course in the subway of Korea. This fountain is actually below Lotte Tower, which is one of the tallest buildings in the world. And it was really fun to get out and explore a bit of this area. You get to go see what it's like to go live in a block area. But I would be absolutely remiss if I didn't say that I actually came here for a non-cultural reason, and that was actually to go see Lotte World, which is a theme park located once again in a mall, in a subway. And this is Lotte World, a place that has an after 4 ticket. This after 4 ticket would allow you to go in for about $35 for about 4 hours to see what is inside of this park. And this park has probably seen better days pre-COVID. This park has 2 sections, an indoor and an outdoor section.
I feel like this is barely out of copyright. Okay. Every man's own lawyer. They're gonna need one after this gets out. He's got long hair here, but short hair here. Strange.
Yes, this is the Disney of Korea, and everything you see here is a slightly cheaper version of something you could find in a Disney park. They did have roller coasters here, but I wanted to do the story attractions because I saw how goofy they looked. This is the Adventure of Sinbad, and it is so much fun. I have no idea what was going on. Some of the attractions were either shut down or only using one car. So you could wait in really long lines to go on a 30-minute ride. But this was called Jungle Adventure. It has a very creepy animatronic in the front, and I wasn't expecting anything until I walked in. Oh my God! I think out of everything I did in Lotte World, that was my favorite. This is a dentist jail. That's Dennis. Then after that, I went out of the town and went to a food street that had the best tacos I've had in Asia. I only have Korea and Japan to be my basis, but they were great. So in this area here, there's a little maze for a squirrel or a chipmunk, which is right there, to go play in and go stay in its little home. Cute. I had to head over to the Kotex Mall to see one thing. That behind me is the beginning of Korean pop culture on the world stage. I'll show you.
Well, if you, yeah, no, go ahead. So you see how
Everything is so spicy. This is the Han River, which I was told dips a little into North Korea. So you'll notice there's no boat traffic on the Han River. But the only reason I know about this river and this area, which is a popular picnic area where people seem to have thrown their stuff away all over the ground, is from a little horror movie called The Host, where a monster pops up out of the water and terrorizes the land right from the Han River. And you know what? They have the monster right over yonder. Oh my God, it's a monster. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be up for any acting roles anytime soon with that terrified run from this beast. It's based off of what the movie design was, and it's replicated as close as possible to this, and you can climb on it. It said over there you can, but it says don't climb here, so never mind. They got a little information on the movie as well. If you haven't seen it, it's a pretty good little horror movie, but it's surprising to see this giant sculpture of a friggin' monster from a early 2000s horror flick. It's right here in the middle of the park. There in the east is the sun. But if ye be believing in sea monsters, well, all you have to do is come out to the Han River, and yes, you will see one. Yes, you indeed will see one.
oh no, I gotta get out of here.
This is a shrine dedicated to the people who fought in wars and battles for South Korea, and they can't find their bodies, and it's a tribute to the warriors that have been lost to battle. Speaking of jets, I've got a jet myself. I've got to jump on a plane and get out of South Korea and go back home. So until I see you next time, be good to one another. Peace.